Yay! You know, it's always so hard to not start as soon as you get into the Zoom because this energy comes up and it's
Yeah.
like, we just want to start. And it's like, wait, let's wait for you know,
Yep.
getting it on live. And that's so funny because our topic today is, are you a stopper of creation?
Did you put a cork in it because it wasn't live yet?
It was a pin. It was just a pin.
That's funny. So we are live now?
We are live now.
Okay, great.
Hello,
Hi, everybody.
everybody. Coffee talk, and this is my friend Donna. You're in Colorado, yeah?
I'm in Colorado, yes.
Yeah.
And you are in California.
Cali. Yeah.
Going back to Cali.
And it's funny because when things come up for me, I'm like, wow, who can I talk to? Who can I reach out to? Whatever. And you pinged earlier, well, last week, I guess, and we talked, and that's when we set this up. So
Yep.
let's rewind to when you first jumped on and just, share whatever you want to
Yeah.
share.
Well, hi, everybody. First of all, thank you so much for joining us to see what comes out of our mouths. We're uncorking it. We're unstopping it today. So it's always fun to see exactly what words show up because it's not really scripted. It's just being present with each other and with you guys and with whatever's up. And I was just telling Julie, like, I'm so grateful. We don't hang out all the time, but we are both certified facilitators with access. And there's like these energies that ping, like Julie said, they get sparkly. And she popped into my world. And I'm so grateful because I was like corked up, stuck in the mud. And, we're not really supposed to say that because we're supposed to be perfect and good and correct and have our ducks in a row and be totally uncorked and unstoppable and in creation all the time. And that's definitely not the case. And I was just saying, like, when you called me, it really instigated all kinds of creation in my world. And I have tremendous gratitude for the times that we get to play together.
Me
I'm
too.
fucking grateful.
Me too. There's something really cool about how our energy pings each other back and forth, and it's just different. It's different than anybody else, and I love having conversations with you and seeing where we go and what gets uncorked.
Yes,
It's
yeah.
so true. Like, we get so bottled up, and I've been spending a lot of time with my daughter. She's not been well, and we're looking at every angle. And so, of course, the normal physical doctor realm really didn't open up much. It's just like, wah. So we're looking at every other little thing, and there's like, just weird emotional points of view that she was trying to stuff and put over there. And as soon as we spotted some of those, like, it started changing. It was really
Wow.
cool. And she doesn't
Wow.
like doing this stuff, but I disguised it as something else. So
It's like hiding peas in the baby food, you still got to do it when you're a mom years later. It doesn't matter how grown up your kids are. Sometimes you got to be sneaky. Well, I'm excited that she's like been open to it. And I want to just, you guys that are watching, like, how many times have you had something going on in your life and even the experts couldn't really explain what it was? And so both Julie and I are into energy stuff, weird stuff, and we'll see how weird we get. I'm really working myself on unhiding the weird because I am so
yeah.
good at pretending to be a muggle. And I'm like, that has to stop because I'm like killing myself to stay normal. It's like over and over. It's so despicable.
What's so funny too is, like, everybody can see that you're not. And we're like, oh shit. No, everybody can see it. Who wants to?
Well, I'm hiding it from me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Well, and your daughter, I wonder like what she actually knows. It's just congratulations on her willingness to actually explore with you, and also for you for being present. Some of when we have these energetic capacities and we're weird and we're different, sometimes I'm learning as I am growing up a little bit that it's a real talent to be present with people and not push it on them, and be an invitation, so that when they are interested and when they desire to get curious about more, like, you can keep going and be magical, and you don't leave people behind, and you also don't have to force them to try to come along with you. And that's especially relevant, I think, when it comes to family. So that's awesome, Julie. I'm celebrating that with you.
I
That's
am
so
too,
cool.
man. I was like, Jesus, it's been 13 years
Jesus.
since she has been willing to even have, any hands-on. And
Which is forever. That's like
yeah,
that
I'm like, wow, I am patient.
in art's timeline, 13 years is like, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it is forever. It's infinite. And
Yeah.
yeah, I know.
Oh, well, at a certain point, you just have to become magical, or, it just, you're so stuck. Like, that's the thing. The energy is so stuck that there's literally nothing else you can do except turn to that which is within you, to change whatever's going on outside of you.
Yeah, and I am fucking beyond grateful for this conversation, because it's like that's where I really am, and you've like helped catalyze some of that, like, create or die. Like, literally, it's so stuck that trying to do things from this reality and trying to do things the way that I have is just like being a stick in the mud. It's not actually fun, and I can't really do things that aren't fun for too long. I can suffer them only for so long, and then it's like I
Yeah.
have to create beyond. It's time to create outside of it's just time for something different, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. And
Mhm.
I'm at that place too. It's so interesting because being like having a conversation with anybody else, being around anybody else, there's all this like, oh, this. Like, I am so supercharged in the creation that I can create a billion things. But when I'm just by myself, sometimes it's just hard to get that motivation going.
Yeah, well, it's fun to play with other people. It's really like engaging with possibilities and people is like
Mhm.
I think it stimulates the thing that we talk about in access consciousness, which is contribution, which is one of the energies that's part of the creation of your life. Like, you require contribution, which is not just um it goes both ways, right? So to gift is to receive. And so to be playing in possibilities is to receive. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's like an explosion of, it's like a
Yeah.
star being born.
And it's not just back and forth gifting, receiving, but it contributes to everyone and everything around you, including the earth and the universe.
Everywhere. It's
Yeah.
so nonlinear. I was talking
Like,
to some friends last
yeah.
night, and this brand new business thing just popped up, and I'm like, everybody's it's quantum entanglements, which sounds like a big word. I don't know how savvy everybody, I don't know how much energetic savviness and how much access consciousness you've done, but one of the things that we talk about also is the quantum entanglements, and that's really what this engagement is.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
cool.
Yeah. And like, you don't even have to have a name for it. You just know when you feel enthused and happy and like, wee.
Yeah.
It's like going down the slide or whatever. And yeah. So how much
Yeah,
fun?
and it's also really undefined, because like, I can wake up into my day and be like, okay, I look at the calendar, it's like, okay, I have to massage this person at this time. Here's the linearity of what I need to do to get blah blah blah, to get money, to create the relationships, to maintain everything in my life so that the train keeps on chugging away. And this is like a different thing, because this is undefinable. This is like, I actually don't know exactly what I'm creating. I don't actually even know how to measure the success of it. And I actually was looking at that. I'm like, wow, the times that I've really been creating what I thought I was doing to create access classes, my facilitation, things like that. I had a real point of view about what success meant, Like if these things show up, that will mean I'm successful at it. And something has really shifted in my world where I'm just like, I guess I'm so uncomfortable that I'm like, I'll fucking create beyond, like, into this undefinable space, even not having a sense of like letting go of my notions of what success is. Like it's a cool space to be in.
Yeah.
Also kind of uncomfortable because I don't know what to land on. It's like being a bird flying around. I'm like, is there any perch I could just land for a minute?
There was I saw a quote. It said something like, what if the new success is inner peace, or something like that?
Ooh.
And I thought, oh my gosh, that really resonates. And if you have that inner peace, you're already successful. And then from there, you can grow anything.
Wow.
So, wow, like look at the relief and the relaxation of the judgment of not attaining something.
Like that for me, when you say that, I'm just like immediately kind of angsty because I'm like, I don't always have a sense of inner peace.
Well,
I'm
is
just
that
like,
true, or is that your awareness of
well,
other?
that's what I was going to say. Like, first of all, if you're watching this and you don't have a sense of inner peace, there's perhaps nothing wrong with you. And there's not a lot of people that talk about that angstiness, right? You're always supposed to show that be presentable and perfect. I don't always have it. And also it is, Julie, 99,000% of the time, it's that I'm incredibly psychic and I'm picking up all of this stuff from around me and all of the frustration and angst. And a lot of it I'm looking at right now is stuff that I picked up like before the age of 2. Just these energies that are little yucky that just feel so familiar. They're so normal.
Yeah.
They're so like part of my family and so part of not even my family, not to make them like bad or wrong. Like they were just part of society
Just
too.
dealing with whatever yeah.
Exactly.
There's a trick to perceiving it, is like when you're by yourself in nature or doing something that's fun for you, and you're just peaceful, you're just you. That's getting a sense of you. And then when you start picking up these other things, anything that doesn't feel lighter than a feather is not you.
Yeah.
And it's like we have to keep reminding ourselves of this, because we keep thinking that, well, we are all that angsty, we are all that churning, we're all that, but
Yeah.
anything that's heavy is not you.
Totally. I have to like pick up and leave town a lot. So I live in Colorado, in the northern Colorado Front Range area, and it's really gotten super crowded, as you know, in California. And that's where I was born too. So to watch everything, like as more people come in, the energy gets like more and more icky. And I'll be like, I like to road trip or just go up into the mountains and get hiking or just get away, as I know you do that also. But I know last summer, I think it was, I drove, soon as I got off the Front Range, I was like, oh, here I am.
Yeah.
Oh, all of that. I was like, all of that stuff was not even mine. But I had to actually physically like get like, 50 miles east of the whole Front Range area and into like the Kansas plains to be like, oh, I can actually relax. This is who I be, So,
well, that gives you a good indication of how far you would need to expand your being to have that space.
Hey, let's do an expansion exercise with everybody right now.
Yeah.
You want to lead us through one?
Yeah, I was actually going to do one after, but I will do it now.
You can do 2. It's not like
I can do 2. Yes.
You can't expand too much.
This is true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this gives you the indication that you're not just your body, you're this energetic, aware being as well. So just relax and scan your body from head to toe. And then move your awareness off of your body, out, filling the room. And notice how you can go all the way up to the ceiling, all the way down to the floor, and then go beyond the walls, beyond the floor and ceiling. down into the earth, up into the sky, in all directions. And it doesn't take any effort. You're just there. And notice how quiet your mind just got. Even in that few seconds that it took. And then we can go further and further and further.
It's so funny because like immediately the first thing that happened was this money tree, which explodes. I have some crazy capacity with plants, but this thing started tickling me. And then as I expanded out, like energetically, it was like, hi. And then as I expanded out to the yard, it was all the nature that actually was like, hello. And there wasn't space, like empty space. It was like space with all of these possibilities and all of this play and all of this joy.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the energy of you. And that's your inner peace. That's what they call inner peace. It's all that. And there's no static of, oh my gosh, I should do this and I have to do that and da da da, da and the crunchy. Like all of that is not real. It's created.
Yep.
Static. So, if you can have that space and peace in 30 seconds, like what else can you create? And what would it take to choose that over the other stuff? And we all get tripped up. I mean, you can have that for 30 seconds, but how long can you maintain it? And that's part of the building the muscle of awareness and building the muscle of expanding your being. And
yeah. Oh my gosh. I just am aware of people watching this now and in the future. And just hi everybody. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for coming to play.
Yeah.
It's a totally different space now. It's like
it is
relaxed,
Yeah. So if we didn't have to I guess wake up and try to be successful, if we knew we already had this, then what would we choose? And I love the title of the switch of the title of the class, Choice 4 Possibilities. I keep playing with those words because it used to be choice of possibilities. And it's like, what?
And just to give everybody background, if you don't know what we're talking about, within Access Consciousness, there's sort of classes that you take. So the intro class is Access Bars. It's not really an intro. It gives you tools. If you just took a bars class, it would be life-changing. It is life-changing class. So you take bars, it's a day-long thing. And then after that, you can take the foundation class, which is a 3.5-day deep dive into these amazing consciousness tools. And then after that, you can take the choice of, it's called the Choice 4 Possibilities now. Used to be called Choice of Possibilities. And then keep going, Julie. What were you saying? I love the title.
Thank you. I forget. It's like, oh my gosh,
I've
been doing this for 20 years. So
it's like breathing. I know.
But the Choice 4 Possibilities. So if you woke up and you didn't have anything on your calendar, and a lot of people get stuck with that. It's like, I have nothing. And they stop with that. But if you were choosing 4 possibilities, what would you choose? Instead of choosing 4 limitations or choosing 4 other people's points of view, or choosing 4 what you should or shouldn't do. Like, what choice 4 possibilities do we have? And just by asking that and not having anything defined sets you on this adventure of creating something completely different.
Yeah. I mean, I want to say so many things about that. I'm so polite, like not just being like my brain is just like, let's talk about a million things all at one time. But yeah, like choosing. So first of all, like waking up on quicksand, like I will wake up. I did it today. I woke up and I went immediately to all of this stuff rather than I'm on quicksand. What am I going to choose right now? You know, and in my industry in massage therapy, like a lot of people love to be like, I'm booked out for months. And I'm not like that. I hate having like 3 months of a totally booked life. I
Yeah.
prefer quicksand. Then people look at me like, you must not be good because you're not totally booked. I'm like, no, that's how I arrange my life. Like my clients love me and they come when their bodies ask them to come, and also when it works for me. It's magical how it works out, but it's a wrongness in this reality to not already have a planned out life. But if you wake up and you're like, okay, I'm on quicksand, what could I choose that would be infinite possibilities? What if I'm the source? What if my choice is what instigates that? So that's so brilliant.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and like how many people resist that schedule and the having to go to work and having to do this and having to do that and want the freedom, but then when you get the freedom, you're like deer in the headlights. I don't know what to do.
Totally. Yeah. Even happens to me. I remember when I used to be a school teacher, and I remember when I quit that profession, I was home during the day and I was like, I am a loser. Like only losers are watching. I used to watch The Secret. Remember that? I used to watch The Secret and be like manifesting my life all the time. And I would be like, it's 11 o'clock. Like I am such a big loser. But it was this big, huge space opened up, and so many gifts. I had so much choice in that time that I didn't have. And I see people do it all the time. Like they take a bars class with me or they take a foundation and then afterwards they're like, and a lot of times they run back into
Yeah.
the defined life. I think we all
Yeah.
do that to some degree. But what if you didn't have to go back
Yeah.
to your defined construct of living? What if you could just keep choosing for possibilities? That's so brilliant.
Yeah. Well, the brilliance is Gary Douglas, the founder of Access, and like just changing that one little thing. And that's the thing, is changing one little molecule. I know you like to do that also as an exercise. If you change one molecule, everything around it will change. It's kind of like a kaleidoscope.
Yeah.
So if you didn't have the point of view of I'm a loser because I don't have a booked out schedule, like I wonder what else could fall into place. Do you
Yeah.
want to do one of those molecule changing
Oh yeah,
guys?
let's do a molecule turn. That's brilliant. Um, what is it that people are asking for? What is consciousness asking for us to turn the molecules with today? I got politics. What? That's the nicest small talk topic. But
The stuckness.
yeah, so let's just to give a little background for people that may or may not have been engaged in some of these bigger conversations. One of the things that I personally have been asking for, and we in Access Consciousness have been asking for, is for statesmen to show up, and politicians to cease. So politicians are, you know what they are. They're the people that you watch and it's all about polarity and the right and the wrong and this side and that side, and it's a division, and it creates a lot of separation, and they kind of usually aren't taking care of and nurturing and being good stewards of the earth and that kind of stuff. So we're asking for the statesmen, and the statesmen have a totally different energy. They're more interested in of the people, with the people, for the people, by the people, that kind of stuff. So let's look at all of the stuff that comes up around politics. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. This is a global thing that happens everywhere. And just look at the points of view that you believe are yours with that right now. And grab one molecule. You don't have to know what it is. You don't have to know where it is. You don't have to know how to do it. But just grab that one molecule that you can turn out. And just tap it and turn it, and turn it 180 degrees, and turn it 180 degrees. And then I always see them like wind chimes, and the breeze blows through and it might hit one and then it hits them, or crystals, and they all start vibrating. So turn that one molecule, let that molecule talk to a bunch of other molecules, and those turn 180 degrees. And I have been getting so dizzy in this meeting that whatever this thing that we're doing today. Well, if you're dizzy, awesome. That's actually spinning into a space of possibilities. It's not wrong. So turn another molecule. Turn another molecule. And just receive the gratitude that consciousness has for you for being willing to be as the energy virtuoso that you truly be.
Thank you.
Yeah. 2 exercises for the
That
brain
was fun.
It was.
Yeah. So when we were talking last week and we were both aware of this energy and we both thought it was ours,
Yeah.
but we both realized it's not, and we
Correct.
chatted. It's something that seems to be up for a lot of people in the world. This standing at the precipice of something, whatever it is, but it's a similar energy, whether you're looking to change your business, change your relationship, change your location in the world, change whatever, there's something and you're aware of it. And you know that if you take another step, it's going to change everything. So
Yeah.
you're like, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know what's on the other side. And staying there and holding yourself back feels even worse.
Terrible.
So
Like being on a fence, having a picket up your ass. That's what it feels like to me. Just to be honest, that's how it's been.
So we've chatted a bunch about this, but we thought it would be really awesome to do a kind of clarity hour Zoom call and really go into it deep with a group of people and see what we can peel back and move through together. So
Yep.
if any of you guys are interested in playing with us and with that topic,
Yeah.
it's in next week? I can't remember when anyway.
I don't know, but we'll put it in here. Date, time, and me. Don't ever ask me when it is. That's the one thing I'm not so great at. I'm always arrive when I'm supposed to, but I never know in advance exactly when that's supposed to be. But yeah, I just am getting more of a sense of the energy of this this particular creation, this call, this Zoom that we're doing, this clarity hour, and it's sort of like, you know, being on the dance floor, but like sitting on the wall, watching not really acting, not going out there and doing that, or being on the side of the pool and having to put your arm floaties on and not being willing to like dive in. There's like a billion metaphors for what that is, like sitting on the fence. And, you know, I have a sense that in this call, one of the things that we can share with you guys is the contribution that Julie and I be together in terms of us getting together and it being a catalyst. It creates this energy that actually it doesn't like push you off the edge, but it kind of does in a real gentle, like sweet way, like not a catapulting into another dimension where you're just like, ah,
and not splat against a brick wall.
Yeah,
but
not splatting. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Lofting.
That's right. Yeah. So that if that's something that would contribute to your life, like having the energy of a little bit of a kind catapult and like a soft someone having your back, like an energy of showing you what it is to receive somebody like caring for you, not truly like this is just how it is with Julie and I, like truly not having judgment, like, okay, this is what's going on and you don't have to hide it or pretend it's not there, and here are some energies that might contribute to you lifting up beyond that and moving yourself beyond whatever that thing that you've been banging up against is. So we invite you, come and play.
And you don't have to change anything.
Yeah, you can stay on.
You can just look.
Oh God.
I mean, that's the beauty. And I just, spent 13 years.
Yeah.
Just being there.
That was like a really good manipulation though, Julie, because you're like, you don't have to change. And I'm like, I'm changing this. Like that was like a super good manipulation. Like, no, you can just keep doing whatever you're doing forever.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, even if it's something fun, nobody wants to be told you should do this. You have to do this. It's like, fuck you. I'm not doing it. But if you're like, you don't have to do it. Oh, I want to go. I want to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, yeah, and in this circumstance, like the way that my life has been, where I'm like, okay, it's like things have to change. I have to stop pretending to be a muggle. When you say like, well, you can just keep doing that, it's like, no, I don't want to keep being a muggle forever. Like, no, it's like this invitation to like really look at how I'm living my life and like, am I going to tolerate that for myself? Like,
Yeah.
at what point do I say like, I don't have to tolerate shit. I don't have, like I actually can create beyond this. So it's a beautiful invitation and instigation of possibilities, and I'm grateful.
Well, I'm grateful for you, and I'm grateful for all of you listening, whether you choose it or not.
Yeah. Yep.
But come and play, because it would be a lot of fun.
We would love to have you, and we'll put
Yeah.
links somewhere in all of this stuff, I guess.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So we've reached our 30 minutes and gone a little over, but that's all right.
Yay. Well, thank you,
Because you're
Julie.
so fun to talk to. Yeah, so come and play, and I will talk to you soon. And thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.